Folks, Moose here. So on this scorching summer day, I'm going to be finally filming the Devil Forge giveaway. So I'm going to be giving away a furnace that's exact same model as mine. I think they tweaked the model since I bought it, just by moving the blower or the torch part of it. Yeah, so I'm going to be melting down a bucket of these things, these heat sinks. Quick tip for people who, if you want to try and do this on your own, just remember that sometimes these heat sinks will have like little tubes in them, little copper tubes that have air and they're sealed, so you want to make sure that you do your best to break those open, because you don't want that exploding in the crucible when you're trying to melt it. Not good. Alright, so I think without further ado, let's start melting. Alright, so just like we always do, we're going to put a piece of cardboard on the bottom so the crucible doesn't stick. And then set the crucible right on top of that. Make sure it's nice and centered in there so the flame can spin around. Alright, so now I'm just going to hook up the propane tank and then we'll come back. Make sure you heat your molds. You don't want any moisture in there. Last thing you want is molten metal snapping, crackling, and popping in your face. thing someone had asked me to show them what I do to prep my molds. Once they're heated, I have powdered graphite that I just put in a squeeze tube like this. And I just drizzle a little bit on the bottom. Just a small amount. Some people use like a sock. It gets like a little bit more of an even distribution of the graphite in the mold, but now the copper won't stick. Alright, one last heat sink to melt, and then we're done. That's weird. And it just, it's like kind of like slowly boiling, and then all of a sudden it just like 2 minutes after I put the last brick in. That was weird. So we're going to let the crucible back in the kiln, or the furnace, sorry. Let it cool down slowly. We are done with that. Temperature of the stove. Busy, working. little guy there. Alright folks, well it looks like that's going to take a little while to cool down, so I'm going to skip to the end when the bars are cooled off and have them in my hands. Alright, so there we have it. This is all the copper heat sinks that filled this bucket, melted down into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus this little guy. Alright, I'll give you a close-up in a second. But yeah, so definitely not a 90 plus degree day activity, because it is hot and I'm drenched. I gotta go jump in the pool or something. But there you go. I love you guys, and I want to make sure that I got you this video without putting it off for too long. So remember, this is a global competition. Doesn't matter where you live, what country. All you have to do is guess the weight of all of these bars combined in grams. The person, if someone gets the exact number within the first 30 days after this is posted, they win a Devil Forge furnace that's exactly the same model as mine. If no one guesses the right weight in the first month, I will look through all the guesses and pick the person who came closest without going over. And you have to be subscribed. So I'll be able to tell instantly if you're subscribed or not when you leave a comment. So there you have it. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share, let other people know that I'm doing this. Help bump up some of that viewership, some of my subscriber counts. I would much appreciate that. And again, just also want to mention that I am not a paid advertiser for the Devil Forge company. They did not give this forge to me. I purchased the one that I have, and I'm purchasing the one that I'm giving away as well. So yeah, I think that covers it. And yeah, sorry about the lack of PPEs. It was just, I know it's horrible for me to say, but it's just too freaking hot to wear all that stuff. I probably would have like passed out or something. It's, yeah, really hot. All right, so there you go. I'll give you guys a close-up on there, and I'll give you a little something in there for size comparison, and I'll let you have at it. And there you are. Nice close-up look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars are pretty much the same size, but not exactly. And then this little guy here, I thought I'd make a small one because I don't have any small ones, and it's actually kind of nice. Once I get my bench sander going and show you guys how to put a mirror finish on those things, that should make for a cool little ingot. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that bell so you get notifications whenever I put out new videos, and see y'all in the next one.